How ridiculous that feels.
Wait, so how much are they looking for? $1.5 million?
1.5 million.
Yeah, I need $1.5 million so I can go make some more Weeb shit.
That wouldn't even cover Weeb shit, Sam.
Yeah, at like $5 you get fucking...
Have we started?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we're definitely live.
What?
No, we're not started. I always throw it live before.
Yeah, we're just chilling.
We chill.
Calm
Brandon's
down.
like, oh! Ah!
Almost lost his mind.
I wonder what... If I created like a Weeb Kickstarter, I think I'd be really nice to everybody, so everyone give me a lot of money. And at $25, you'll get the fucking body pillow with a Weeb thing on it.
Is the
Weeb
body pillow your face on Karma?
Yes, it is. It is that illustration of me. Oh, that'd be so good. I love it. I love that picture so much. I use it as my work picture for our internal shit. Everyone says they really like that, like, my leg is fully exposed. Like Karma. So yeah, at $25, I'll get $1.5 million because Weebs want body pillows. That's all they want. And at 30, we'll give them fucking Pocky too.
Pocky is cheaper than body pillows.
Yeah,
Why
I know,
in
but
that
like it's a good
direction?
tack on.
That's so terrible.
Dude, okay, think about it this way: they're all fat, right? All
God.
people that would kickstart a Weeb thing are huge, fat, sweaty nerds, right? What do they want? They want love, right? So body pillow at 25, 30 Pocky because they're always hungry. They're just gonna get like chocolate over the pillow and all over their face and on their underbreast and neck beard. It's gonna be
My
great.
underbreasts.
That's the quickest way to $1.5 million.
You are the worst.
No, prove me wrong. Seriously, what do Weebs want? Seriously, that's like that's like me doing a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo for like an Italian restaurant and be like, at $25 you get a pizza, and every time I'm like, oh yo, let's get some pizza. And $30 cannolis because everyone likes a little dessert, and Italians tend to be fatter. It makes sense. You have to play the market. Not mean?
Triggered.
You're not triggered. You're fine.
Call me a fat weeb and mention my underbreast.
I didn't mention your underbreast. I just mentioned the underbreast, the elusive
Oh my.
underbreast.
Oh my god.
I don't see what your problem with underbreast is. It's a great, great word that isn't a word.
Triggered.
I know you're triggered, and I'm sorry. Alright, let's go ahead and throw this damn thing live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode number 8 of Podcast Simulator. I am Smatter. I am joined by Lord Fats, Lord Chris, and Lord Brando. What's up, guys?
Hello.
Yeah.
Great introductions. Cool. So for those of you who've never tuned in before, what we're doing, we're going to talk stupid video game stuff, maybe Weeb stuff, because we got Fats here. And I'm sorry, bud. But we want to start off with a little bit of a guided meditation. Now, does anyone want to take it? Because last week, PBET did take it.
Nah, I'm good.
Are you sure?
All you, buddy.
Alright, listen, all I know from PBAT is that he plays Minecraft, and I hate Minecraft, so I'm not doing anything PBAT does.
You know, it's really funny, because that's what his thing was. Alright, I'll
playing Minecraft?
No, his guided meditation was Minecraft. It turned into Minecraft real fast.
Of course it did.
He couldn't get away. Alright, I'll do it. So, if you're outline your favorite deli, taking a number so you can order your fresh mutz sandwich, grilled chicken, roasted peppers, balsamic. If you're in the pool at the gym and you've got one of those aquatic like Bluetooth headset things, they exist. At least I think they do. Or if you're taking your driver's test and the giant guy sitting next to you is just sweating too much in your car, close your eyes. Imagine you are on a big cliff overlooking a gigantic ocean. You haven't seen your father for years, and what you want is a father figure. But the only father you know is the sea. Every day you go out on the ocean, and you look out over the waves and the sunlight, and you take it all in, just like you would if the ocean was your dad. You start to grow bold. You start swimming in the ocean as you get older. You swim farther and farther. You get used to the waves, the little jellyfish things. You don't care about fish or nothing or sand or little coral that cuts your feet. You just keep going till one day you're going out there. You're going out farther than you ever did. and a huge wave is approaching. But it's calm. You're confused. But you look off in the distance, and there's this big storm brewing. A giant wave. And another giant wave comes behind the big one in front of you, and it's got a face in it, and it's your father's face in it. But you don't know that because you don't know what your father looks like because you don't remember. But your father is fucking the god of the sea, and he's come to take you home. And the wave crashes over you, and you tumble down into the ocean, into the bed of the sea, and you drown. And that's it. Hope you all are feeling well rested.
Feel dead.
Yeah, you're dead. Yeah, I kill you in every goddamn
We
meditation.
died pretty much everything. I like the bird one.
The bird one? What was the bird one?
When we fell out the nest and died.
Oh, yeah. That was a harsh lesson, huh?
Yeah, don't fly too early or you die.
The lesson in this one was
Don't fly at all.
don't swim during
Yeah.
storms. You gotta look off into the distance.
I think the lesson is just out to meditate with you. Keep fucking killing me. Come
See,
on.
I stopped listening when you started talking about mozzarella because I was in there. That's all I really needed at the time.
All right, so we got a few things we want to talk about today. First and foremost, I want to talk about the way that games are marketed. So, and people pay for them in sales and all that nonsense. So you guys know that Steam had a recent autumn sale. They had deals and stuff. There were some accusations that some games were priced higher before the sale, or raised, that is, and then knocked down for the sale.
All right, so you said accusations. Was there any proof?
It was a number of, like, nobody games.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it. And I want to start typing, because I know you guys will start yelling.
Type.
I'm trying to, like, avoid typing.
Doing mystical Google searches with your mouse.
Wreckfest looks like. Auto Dealership Tycoon. Okay, it's mostly bullshit games. Alright, but the point stands that, like, games are getting cheaper. It's a weird thing to say, with the exception of those Titanic companies that have things like Star Wars Battlefront, which is just disgusting, because you're paying $60 for a game that's not even complete. That's, like, a little bit bigger than the beta. And then they expect you to buy DLC. It's just despicable. I want to talk about what creates value in a game. Now, what constitutes a $20 game, what constitutes a $10 game, and I'm not talking strictly on sales. I'm talking about how do game developers set their price point. Now, Brandon, you have a little bit of insight into this with Hi-Res, correct?
I mean, like, I also have insight being old as fuck. Like, dude, when I was 5, like, games cost $60, and now that I'm almost 30, games still cost $60. People need to stop being cheap pieces of shit.
Wait, weren't they $50 like this 64 generation PS1?
Oh yeah, 50. Fine. Yeah, they've went up $10 in
Yeah.
how many fucking years?
Yeah.
The inflation cost on video games is like the smallest, tiniest, babiest of a fraction compared to movies. No one ever seems to bitch about the fact that when I was 16 and went to a movie, it was like $6, $7, $8, maybe $9, and now like if I want a good seat in a movie theater, I'm paying $20 free.
Yep, or you're going Sunday morning and paying like $8.
Matinees
buying
don't even
kids'
exist
tickets.
anymore.
I don't. Yeah, what
No,
matinee prices?
You guys
what?
never did a movie club in college with all your friends?
Okay, what
And
is
you
a
all
movie
vote?
club?
You all vote for a
Let's-
movie, and every Sunday you'd go before noon because it was cheap, and you'd snuck Dunkin' Donuts in there.
All right.
Nah.
Learned about Sam.
No, it's a very good thing. It's a very reasonable thing. Yes, but movies are super expensive. I went to go see, what do you call last week? Like the James Bond movie with my grandmother. I paid...
Ew.
Yeah, I know. My grandmother loves Bond. It's like a thing. It's like our thing. And I ended up paying like $16 a ticket. It was actually pretty disgusting. And it wasn't even fancy IMAX. They didn't, like, you know,
Give you
give
the
me a
glasses.
massage. No, yeah, no glasses. I got no eyewear. That's
And they,
what
and then
creates
they want you to
value.
pay what, like $15 per thing of popcorn?
Oh, yeah, no, we didn't get popcorn because we're not like that. That's not a thing for me and my grandmother.
Popcorn is not a thing.
Well, like, it's not like our thing, you know, like our thing is Bond. Like, popcorn is someone else's thing or someone else's and their grandmother's thing.
This is so stupid.
I just went, I want to say Tuesday. Me and Kelsey did the doubleheader, and we saw Creed and Mockingjay 2.
Wait, Creed, like the band?
No, different Creed.
With arms wide open.
Different Creed. Although, if you guys didn't see the video of Scott
I
Stapp
saw
from
that.
Creed
Yeah.
reviewing Creed, it was like actually my favorite
Oh, wait,
video.
that's like a thing?
Yeah, it was great.
It was pretty hilarious.
He pretended that he's like a legit movie reviewer, and then at the end he's like, next week I'll come back and I'll be previewing the movie Assassin's Creed, and it's about some guy who just loves the band Creed who's just killing people. But I mean, like, seriously, we're going back and, you know, I think that Battlefront is probably not the greatest thing ever, considering the fact that it got the Star Wars license, and, you know, it has the backing of fucking Bad Robot and everybody else who's amazing in the world, and they didn't make a Star Wars game. They just made Battlefield. And we can argue that point as long as you want. But $60 for that game, which is insanely polished, nah, I'm in there. I mean, if you're a Battlefield fan, you're liking it, and it's worth the money.
Really? Even though, like, you can, like, pretty much exhaust everything in a couple hours? I hear.
I mean, but it's a shooter.
And it's a multiplayer shooter. It's not the type of. It's not like a single player experience where you're expecting to go through like a campaign or something like that. It's something that you're going to iterate on a whole lot. In, you know, all the unique content is generated by the fact that you're playing with other people, not necessarily that there's, you know, a 20-hour campaign or something like that.
So you're saying that's worth $60, even though that the DLC is the same price?
Only to the fact that, like, $60 for a video game is not that expensive.
No, I know. I don't have a problem with the price point. I have a problem with the lack of content for the price.
Again, I think $60, if you consider inflation for what we used to get for $60 and what we're getting now, I think is more than worth. Especially considering, like, how expensive a game like that costs to make with the graphics that are expected. I mean, there's not a game in the world that looks anywhere close to as good as Battlefront does.
It's true.
Especially if you mod it. Those mods, those screenshots are...
By the way, I can't run that game.
You can't? Really?
I cannot run it with those mods on.
Holy shit.
Wait,
I run it at... Well, I mean, I can run it, but I can't run it at 60.
what do you get?
48.
Wow.
Can we get Intel to give you another computer?
Yeah, I think, Intel, if you're out there, like, come on, guys, I'm suffering here. How am I supposed to live like this?
If you want to throw some processors out there, too, that'd be super cool, because that's what I want to buy. Or even just some t-shirts. Hey, Intel, if you're listening, throw us some t-shirts or some fun mouse pads or stress balls or
Use
whatever.
your t-shirt cannon. Shoot it our way.
Yeah, fucking... Give us something.
Fucking Intel.
Tired of being impoverished.
So, for a $60 game, too, I'd like to point out Metal Gear Solid, I think, did a pretty good job, although people complain about the content on that. Metal Gear Solid 5, that is. Have you guys played that?
MGS5, yes.
I was loving it until about halfway through the game when you realize you start replaying missions.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started to feel like, this is pretty shitty. Granted, like, the gameplay is so tight, the universe is wonderful, everything's awesome about it, but it's just like, there's not enough. I mean,
There was more than enough in
I mean,
that
I can't agree with... I'm not sure where you're getting your value per dollar, but if you enjoy a game for 10 hours, just 10 hours, and it was $60, then it was $6 an hour for you to enjoy that. But if you play for 20 hours, now it's only $3. If you go every single hour you go past, that reduces increases the value per dollar of the game that you're playing. You don't get that kind of value from virtually any other form of medium. I mean, you're expected to pay
That's true.
like $20 to $25 for like a new book, or maybe 15. And if you read reasonably fast, that might get you 4 or 5 hours.
What kind of book you buy for $25?
Brand new hardcover releases?
Really?
Who the fuck buys books?
Yeah, what's a book, first of all?
I buy books. I buy comic books.
Oh my
They're
god.
great.
Finally the Weeb shit comes out.
Oh,
Brandon, I
want the
know
weeb
you bought
shit?
Harry Potter. Don't try to
doesn't
do
count.
this to me.
Yes,
That
it
counts.
does. It's a
That
book.
absolutely counts.
It does not count. Harry Potter is like a culture.
Oh, here we
It's
go.
a culture?
Okay.
What a loser.
Okay, Brandon,
Okay.
please explain how Harry Potter is a culture.
What a loser.
All right, real quick, Smatter, what house would you be in?
I'm definitely Slytherin.
All right, so it's a culture. You can answer that quickly. It's a fucking culture.
He just got you.
There it goes.
Oh, you guys
And look,
saw that
true
coming,
Slytherin
didn't you?
right there. Even though he knew he was wrong, he had to fight it anyway.
That's right. Oh god. Damn it, and to think some
Oh,
poor
man.
British bitch who wrote that shit on a napkin is defined the lives of so many people. God, she was fucking eating dirt.
Napkins.
She was right, she wrote the thing on napkins. Ah.
Jeez.
Oh
God.
man.
Uh,
But yeah, like, and then you go back to movies too. You paying $15 for a movie that lasts you what 2-3 hours?
If
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
If-
if that.
Creed was like an hour and a half.
It was? I thought it was a
No,
2
I don't
hour.
know.
We watched, me and my chat watched Rocky 1 the other night, and
Good.
Wait. Oh, Rocky
it
Horror?
was terrible.
What do you mean it was terrible?
Rocky 1's pacing is awful.
You are an idiot.
I might be, but that pacing was not fun.
Not only is Rocky 1 like one of the best paced movies of all times and is a classic, but everything you're saying is just stupid.
I'm not sure
Why
about
would-
the
why
why
second
were those
point.
two different points? They were the same point.
No.
They were
They
the
have to
same
be
point,
separate.
Just saying
It's very
stupid.
important that they're separate.
It doesn't make any sense. Rocky.
Either is what you just said. Rocky 1 is brilliant.
It is really
Okay. Okay. The pacing. For
You
somebody
don't even know
who-
what that word
who-
means.
Really? I don't know what pacing is.
good. I think
I
it's
wouldn't know
like
what pacing is. It's the ability to move.
no, it's like when you get really mad and you walk around the rug, or you're on the phone talking to your mother,
So it's
and you go from
DM
room to room.
Oh, DM doesn't walk though.
Rocky 1's pacing. Oh my god.
You have to remember, like it's a different time, like video
Compared
games.
to now,
No, you know, like back then, like the way we saw movies and the way movies were done are much different. When you think of like the '90s, for example, how many goofy family comedies with talking animals or kids and shit like that were popular? You know what I mean? Like in the '80s, like it was just a different style of doing things. Was it the '80s or what?
it was 76, homie.
Like it was late '70s. That my point still stands, regardless of the decade. It was just different. Like what? How was it? Like was it just slow to you?
Yes.
You know why it's slow is because you're watching it with 70 other people trying to talk and like look at a chat. You're not paying attention to the fucking story.
I was looking at a chat.
You just said you watched it
we
with
were
your subs,
actually-
which means you were watching with other people and you were
We were-
discussing the movie with them.
Correct.
You all go, guys like, oh, this is so slow. Can we go back
No,
to
I
playing
wasn't saying
anime
that.
games?
We were just like, what's going on here? Why is this? What? He's not saying anything. What is this even? Why does this part matter?
god.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I mean, you gotta remember, like, how old are the people you're watching it with? They maybe don't get
Fast,
it.
you're the reason that people don't think video games are art.
Are you serious?
Oh, here we go.
I'm the reason. Me specifically.
Every
Yes,
time
specifically
the
you,
media-
people who watch your stream exclusively.
I go to people's houses and say, turn this Satan work off and go look at a picture of Mona Lisa for 30 minutes.
I like when-
Know where art is.
When Fox brought you on to debate and you just said, "Shut up! It's not art! Shut up! You want
that
art?"
was me.
You fucking
Brought
hold
me
up
out
a
with my suit
painting.
and tie and a big sign that said, "Video games aren't art. There's the devil's craftsmanship."
You show up with a fucking macaroni fucking collage that says art.
This is true art. My son is 3 and he knows what art is. Sonic is not art.
I gave him paste and pasta, and we have art. And you give developers $1.5 million, and they don't give you shit.
Just a wee pillow and pocket.
We pillow and Pocky.
Oh my god.
Oh god, we have fun, huh?
No.
Oh, you hate all of this, huh?
You
Yes,
hate
so
everything,
much.
so it's okay. We understand. It's okay.
Brandon
Alright, but
just,
look,
I never said I hated the movie.
you just said Rocky 1's pacing is awful.
I said slow.
Or slow, it doesn't matter. It's the same shit.
No, it isn't.
Slow pacing means bad pacing means awful pacing. You're just
No,
choosing different
no,
vernacular.
No. See, look at you. You're just connecting dots that aren't even on the same page here,
I
man.
mean, it's like the same word. It's just a superlative.
Nah, man. I didn't say Rocky 1 was terrible and I hated it.
Yo, real quick, what does superlative mean?
More than.
Are you serious? Is he serious? Is he really just trying to question my fucking intelligence?
That's Clark
Is
Kent's
that what
other
this is?
identity, right?
Jesus Christ.
All right, so going back to I guess price gouging and marketing and things like that. You have Zero Labs trying to be honest about Indivisible, and they want $1.5 million to create this RPG.
And it's an Indiegogo, so they keep the money. Right?
What's the difference?
Well, no.
Kickstarter,
There
you
are
don't,
two.
right?
There are two funding methods on Indiegogo. One of them is like Kickstarter, where you have to meet the goal at least, and one of them is where you get the money even if it doesn't get to your goal. They pick the one where they have to get at least $1.5 million, otherwise they get nothing.
That's stupid.
That was their decision. I couldn't tell you why.
I just spent some time while we were talking playing the game, and it's just like the mechanics of the game aren't even that good. Like they created a demo for us to show like what their core engine is going to do, But like there are so many already design flaws that I couldn't think to myself why I would possibly spend money on it. For instance, they're trying to make the game a hybrid of like Metroidvania and like maybe an old school JRPG. But the problem is like you're making a Metroidvania game in which you have jumping lag. Like what fucking year is this?
You and jumping lag.
Like think of every great Metroidvania game ever made, and like jumping lag is, if there is jumping lag, there's a way to get around it. And I just went through everything I could think of to try to reduce the lag of movement, and the game just feels like you're playing underwater. Why would I possibly give them any money, let alone $1.5 million?
Yeah,
and the whole thing. I'm sorry, the whole thing is they want to like pay their artist. The game looks great, but I don't care how it looks. Let's look at fucking Undertale, which is one of the shittiest looking games I've ever seen, or we can look at fucking Lisa, which looks just as shitty. Both of those games felt great and played great.
But Brandon, I'm looking at the screenshots and they've got like floating islands in the background with trees upside down. That's worth $1.5 million.
Do you have that much money to give them? Because I disagree, and they're not getting it from me.
Well, I don't know. If I can give $1.5 million and they could put floating islands in the sky with trees under them, I think that's value.
You guys are the worst.
Oh my god.
I mean, it just doesn't look like that good of a thing in general. I don't know why people are going nuts over this. Are any of you excited for it, Fats, Chris?
Okay, I'm not excited for it. I played it. I went all the way through it. The battle system is I'm not going to say unique because there have been other fighting game-esque battle systems, like the one that they're
Project X Zone.
Yeah, X Zone, for example.
This is just Project X Zone.
Yeah, it looks good, but I'm not sure if there was a need for this game. And things like Kickstarter and Indiegogo typically target like genres that are not common. I don't know. I like the principle, like the concept of what they're doing, but their execution is just not there. I don't think they're gonna make. And they got an extension, by the way. I feel like this is important to note. They got to like 60% of their funding goal or something like that, and they were almost about to hit the end of their original 45-day campaign, and they got a 20-day extension on it. So this has now been going for 2 months.
How do extensions like that even happen? Do they just decide, or just like...
Someone at Indiegogo was really nice to them. I think I don't know as much about Indiegogo as I know about Kickstarter, but typically you cannot extend your campaign.
It's bullshit. I'm like so past all of the Kickstarter nonsense.
I don't even get how. Like I'm still thinking about how the game doesn't play well, because Skullgirls, which is the only game they created otherwise, played beautifully. And it looked beautiful, and granted they had their art problems and everything, but the mechanics of the game, it's one of the few fighting games I'll still play. Granted, I'm very adamant about having button dashing versus double tap the forward dashing, which I don't like. I feel like the mechanics necessary take too much time away, which is why Marvel always seems so much faster, and why Skullgirls seems so much faster than something like Guilty Gear, for instance. And I do like speed. But... they made this game that played and felt beautifully. You always felt like you had control over your character. And I played this game, and it felt like I was watching someone else play almost. It didn't feel good.
I mean, like, so there are other games that have had this problem. Like, there are some games who, like, try to be so, like, okay, I tried playing the new Black Flag recently, the Assassin's Creed game.
That's 4, yeah?
So, I don't know what number. It's the first one I've ever played. The controls are so awful. It's so, like, wobbly and goofy, and it doesn't feel tight. And then you compare, like, this Titanic franchise to, like, what I thought was a good game that, of course, had its flaws, Dishonored.
Dishonored's the best.
It had incredible controls. So it's, like, amazing how well that worked.
Well, let's compare. Assassin's Creed came out, I want to say, 2007 or 2006,
well,
around
I mean,
there.
Black Flag didn't.
No, what I'm saying is,
They've
like, this is what every AAA publisher
Right.
does, is they create an engine and they use it until people either forget about the game, hate the game so much they won't buy it, or, you know, the company goes bankrupt. But neither of those things have happened. So it's Ubisoft, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Ubisoft just keeps creating the fucking same game over and over because consumers are idiots. They refuse to try anything new. And despite the fact that Dishonored got Game of the Year awards, despite the fact that it should have got second Game of the Year awards behind the Walking Dead Telltale release from that year, was 2012, I want to say. Fucking Black Flag had a better story, had better controls, but it was the same fucking engine. It's never going to get any better. And now they're trying to, like, bring out all this gimmick bullshit with co-op and playing as girls and all this other crap. It's just not going to work.
It worked for Skullgirls.
No, that's different.
It
because
doesn't
you're
do it
playing
for
with-
me, though.
You're playing as girls with an engine that doesn't suck dick.
Skullgirls, yay!
I just
mean,
can't-
people have been spamming me with this Indiegogo because it's like, Fats, you like Skullgirls? You should play this game. Fats, have you heard about this game by the people who made Skullgirls? Yes, because, you know, I've never heard of it. I'm not on the internet every day of my damn life
Fats,
streaming or anything.
You're a weeb who likes weeb shit. Here's this weeb game. Made by
Hey,
that...
Pretty much.
Come on.
Pretty much. And it's like, why would I not hear about it first and foremost? It's by the same exact people who made Skullgirls. Legit, the same exact team who made this, and people just constantly ask you if you have played it. And the thing is, I haven't played it. I don't plan on playing it because it doesn't look like a game I like. The game, when I look at it, when I look at the page for it, it just says to me, this is Paper Mario with fighting game stuff.
And Paper Mario's great, too.
Exactly. But then DM says it's bad because you don't get the movement options, whereas in Paper Mario, you can do your Z-spin and hop out of it for movement.
Wait, Brandon, have you played some of the later Mario RPGs?
I have.
Mario and
What do you
Luigi?
think? Yeah, like all those?
I don't
Those are
like the
great.
Mario and Luigi games as much. I do like Paper Mario.
Oh. See, look at that, Fats. You were lying.
How?
You said he hated Paper Mario.
When did I say that?
Just now.
I said the game he's playing right now.
Nah, he's not talking about Paper
I'm playing
Mario,
Paper Mario.
Yeah, what are you talking
But
about?
Indivisible.
Thank you, Brandon. Woo! Dug me out!
See, I always look like a dumbass. That's the whole show.
You're so dumb. He's playing
I'm
Paper
so
Mario.
stupid.
What an idiot,
What's
right? Oh my
superlative
God.
mean? The pacing is slow. You're stupid, Fat.
All right, Fats, give your big pillow a hug. Kiss it on the
I
mouth.
didn't get it yet. I didn't get it. I have to wait for the campaign to end.
Oh, yeah, right, sorry. And then we're going to do DLC for a pillowcase cover because you know you're going to scum it up.
Gonna change the cover. It's a different character this time.
It, like, widens her mouth or something.
It's just
Like,
so
what would
tiny.
DLC for a body pillow be? Like, fucking vibrate.
A sticker.
A sticker.
Oh,
Mine's
God.
got tattoos.
Please stop.
Or they, like,
Oh
send you a
my
fucking
God.
shedding cat and it just gets hair all over the pillow and that's an add-on.
DLC cat. All right.
We
now
actually
know.
never talked about the fact that some of these, you know, shitty indie games are gouging their prices before sales. It's like every store does this. Like, you go into JCPenney's and the day before Black Friday, they mark everything up 50% and they take 75 off and make you look like a superstar. Like, it happens everywhere.
Which is
And
bizarre.
while I
funny.
think it's a shitty thing to do and it's dishonest, it's not illegal.
It is
and-
actually.
What?
It is against U.S. trade agreements.
Wait, what?
Wait,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
Wait, that
Yeah,
has to
it
govern
is.
certain products and businesses. Not everything. Explain.
They
Here,
can
let me-
raise
let me pull
prices
this
and then
back
pretend
up.
they put it on sale. Of course they can.
Hold on. Let me find this. You can keep talking while I.
I mean,
while I
price
look this up.
gouging like that's not. I don't think so. I mean, I'm not a, you know, authority in U.S. law.
I mean,
but
maybe like within like a certain span of time. Like if you got us like for Black Friday.
I mean, if that were the case, every fucking chain in the world would be fucking bankrupt.
Or maybe it's just that gamers are kind of just whiners, which is a little bit true.
Little bit.
I mean, it's 100% true. It's a generation that's primary product exists on the internet where you're supposed to communicate, and these platforms are encouraging us to share and share and share. So what people do when like news breaks, they share and share and share, and they feel like they've been wronged, and it's this whole coddle generation. Brandon, even though you're like 100, you're still part of this generation. So how does that make you feel?
What, being 100? It feels great.
Oh, good. Isn't that the Mario game? Adore.
Yeah.
That's the one you're playing, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
1,000 years, right?
Came out pretty recently, considering how old I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you found time in your infinite life to come on this podcast.
Hey, well, thanks, man.
No, I'm glad to have you. It's really great to, you know, like, have somebody who knew what it was like to fucking burn witches at the stake.
Back
I
then,
mean,
it costs a lot less too.
Yeah. Witches would
Thinking
go
about,
on
like,
sale.
How much a game, like, you know, Chris said it before, how much a game is going to cost versus how much you're going to spend on it, right? Like, and how much time you're going to spend in it, rather. You mean your cost per hour is extremely low. So I can't imagine, especially considering, you know, we're fighting for this $15 an hour minimum wage. If you're paying, you know, for a game that's going to last you 20 hours, you know, you're paying $3 an hour. And if you want $15 minimum wage and then you argue against a $60 game, you're up your own ass.
Yeah, I mean,
Fair
actually,
point.
video games are one of the most efficiently priced mediums in terms of like the hours you're gonna get for paying into it.
The only thing better
Absolutely.
is like running shoes, because like just bitch go run.
And maybe like a bed, a mattress.
Oh, I don't know, man. My mattress is very expensive. It's gonna take me a long time.
Well, I'm saying like you're in it every night. You think about the hours you spend in a mattress.
I bought a very expensive Tempur-Pedic mattress. Like it's gonna take me a long. Even dividing by the wife, it's gonna take a long time.
Dividing by
No,
the
but like
life.
it's like your health. You spend money on shoes and a mattress because like you need those things. And your cell phone. I'm totally on board. I spend like $700 on a cell phone because I use it every fucking day for hours.
What kind of cell phone did you buy?
Nexus 6P.
Paid $700.
Well, it was 5, and then I got things and shipping and whatnot.
All
It
right,
wasn't
all right.
700 actually.
All
That's I just I
you're
have
just a
spent
liar.
a lot of money.
625.
Oh, yeah, 625. That was probably a more accurate figure.
Because I remember we talked about
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I looked it up.
Chris, I see you linked that law thing.
Yeah,
That
it's
law
about
thing, you know, that bullshit.
the Federal Trade Commission's against deceptive pricing. Raising the price to lower the price the next day is like one of the biggest things that is actually against the law. But it's also the FTC doesn't tend to take a lot of that stuff to court unless you're making a lot of money on it. So a small game studio doing something on Steam for a week is probably not something that's going to flag them. Valve might take them down or force them to rechange their price, but it's not something that they're going to come down
Valve
on.
doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
Well,
they
that's
take
true.
a cut
Valve
off the
doesn't
top.
give a shit about anything.
Dude,
The amount of backlash they have to get for them to change a service or a product is ridiculous.
they're like the fucking Institute. They're just fucking holed up in there. Bunch of smart weebs making shit,
Why are they
making money.
weaves all the time?
Everyone is a fucking
I didn't even
weeb.
realize there was a sale going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's there's going to
okay.
be a bigger sale like around the 21st once winter rolls around.
Yeah, so you
There.
can buy us all games, Intel, right?
Call them Intel.
No, I mean Intel's listening, gonna send us t-shirts. Hey Intel, if you're listening, send us some t-shirts.
The way you said that was so lazy.
Yeah, I know. I mean it's like
Send us
obligatory.
some t-shirts.
We're sponsored by Intel, right? Please sponsor this show.
Brought to you by Intel.
Brought to you by Intel. So another thing I did today, I played this game called Duelist, which I was talking about you guys talking about
A
it
strategy
with you guys.
game with the cards?
Yeah, it's actually fantastic.
It's actually bullshit.
What do you mean? Have you played it?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
And it's just like there's no form of matchmaking. Their tutorial
Correct.
is absurd.
Tutorial's
So
bad.
like there's no way to actually get good at the game. It's just like every MOBA you could ever play. There's no way to get good at it, and the burden of knowledge is way too high for it to ever matter. It's not going to take off.
I don't know. If they can bring it to mobile, I think they've got something.
I mean, I played that game like 3 months ago.
I played it for the first time today. It's the tutorial.
Right, that's what
better.
I'm saying. Like, there was a 3-month period between you and I playing it. I mean, we're close enough to the fact we should understand what we're playing, you know,
Yeah.
here and there. Like, if you didn't hear about a game that I played 3 months ago, and I played it for like 6 or 7 hours, right, just because I was on streaming and had nothing else to do. If you didn't hear about it for 3 months, I don't know, man. I mean, after I played Undertale, I'm sure you heard about it within a day.
I did, yeah. Actually, I was taking a shit, and then like someone said, "DM loved Undertale," and I was so confused. I looked around. It was a solo bathroom. I don't know who was in there. That's what every day I take a shit at like 10:30, and I scroll through your Twitter feed just to be certain I know what you were doing.
Just to make sure you're up to date with the all-seer himself.
Yeah,
That's good. It's a good idea.
Intel, if you want to release another product, something that just like aggregates all of Brandon's news,
Let
just
DM
gives it to
tweet
me. And it can also send when my ass is a little bit colder because it's touched some porcelain, and then it'll pop up. Please send us some T-shirts. All right, but the
can't
reason
get over that.
the reason I brought up Duelist is because what do you think of that model, Brandon, for like a casual game?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, so it's no buy-in, right? The pack thing, the Hearthstone system.
I think Nintendo is coining the term free to start.
Really?
Yep, that's what they're doing for most of their new games now.
Free to start. You can play it for a few hours. Eventually, you'll have to buy shit.
It's like
that's
the,
a thing? Like, what is their first free to start game?
A Pokemon game.
Oh,
They have
right.
Pokemon
It
and
was
Animal Crossing shit.
Pokemon Shuffle.
Or Battle Rumble or whatever the.
It was something stupid. It was a puzzle game. It was Shuffle. Because I remembered it came out and I was looking at my 3DS library at the time. I was like, oh, let's get this game. Downloaded it, played it for a bit. I'm like, okay, you need to wait this amount of time to get more hearts to play more. Or you
Or-
can buy more
Ugh.
hearts. And I'm like, this is
That hurts me in my real heart.
terrible.
It's like I
Candy
hate,
Crush Saga.
yeah, I just hate that that's the model that all products are going towards.
I think
Why-
it's good. I think it's a great model.
No, I don't know. Just think about it this way: like across, like not just video games, like software services, like people trying to make you long-term customers with subscription models, and like I get it. I get why it makes money. Like my company like makes its money on a subscription model. I understand it, but it's like everything's pulling at your wallet monthly. If I
I
look
mean, but that's the only way they can make money anymore. Remember,
Yeah.
the Battlefront is $60. If you are a shooter fan and you are a Star Wars fan, there's very little value in the gaming world that's going to beat Battlefront. Now, granted, you said there's not a lot of content, but most shooters don't have a lot of content. It's maps, it's guns, hooray, right? So when you have a fucking game that looks like shit on your phone or on a DS, like who the fuck knows what a DS is in 2000, almost 16?
I think it
Everybody
means
knows.
dual screen.
Yes, it does. Congratulations. What does 3DS mean?
3 duels,
3 dual 6 screens.
17
Right, but like
screens.
you see this little shitbag Pokemon game, they're going to charge $30 for it to try to make a profit. Or instead of trying to weigh that value against, $60 Fallout 4, right? How do they justify that cost? Like, all right, well, here's a game. Play it for free. If you like it, think about spending some money. Otherwise, we'll let you play it for free, just not as much. Like that's a really cool model to compete with the big boys. Granted, Nintendo is not by any means an indie publisher, and they could like actually go bankrupt 250 fucking times and still have more money than God.
Just there's so many childhood memories that keep that company alive.
They've released Mario how many times in the last 5 years?
Mario
literally,
Maker!
literally just
Yeah, but
Mario.
wait, Brandon, you've been around for every Mario. Even when the name Mario was first spoken, you were there.
I was.
I mean,
I was
Brandon,
not around
you're-
for Jumpman, however.
Show me.
I'm living. I'm living.
Brandon, you're leaving out one part of that I think is pretty important too. For a long time, if you wanted to make a small game, if you were releasing it for a console or like in a physical medium, after the first run of that game sold, everyone was buying it used, and you weren't seeing a penny of that money anymore. And I remember when Blizzard released Diablo 3, and you had to be online to play it, everyone was freaking out. Like that.
I don't
for a-
understand why they were so mad. They're on
for a
these
single-player
fucking
game.
neckbeards are online all day.
Yeah, but like the whole thing is that it's like, oh, it's DRM. But when you think about it, if they sold Diablo 3 in such a way that allowed you to play it offline, then people would either borrow their friend's copy, like they did with every other Blizzard game up until that point, or pirate it. If you sell Battlefront and it has like a single player campaign and local multiplayer, you're gonna buy it. When you're done with it, you're going to give it back to GameStop, and then someone else is going to buy it from GameStop, and the developer's not going to see any more money from it. So these always online models and these models where you come back and you buy more plays or you buy cosmetic stuff for the online game allows these companies to, instead of having the ridiculous churn they used to have, where you'd have like a company would release a game, go under, and then everyone else would go and make more games for other companies, they can actually stay companies now and continue
down.
making more games.
They can
Plus,
also-
anything that hurts GameStop is fucking awesome. GameStop, if you're listening, don't sponsor the stream, and
Yeah.
everyone who fucking is associated with them in any way, including my friends, can go fuck themselves.
Hey, GameStop, if you're
Keep your
listening,
shirts.
don't send us your shirts.
Keep
Don't
your
send
shirts.
us shit.
I actually wouldn't wear their shirts.
Really?
Like when I had to fucking work there to keep myself alive, God bless. I either wore
Thank you for
like
saying
my
God
own
bless.
bought video game shirts, or like I'd wear button downs. I wouldn't wear their shitty polos. I wouldn't wear their shitty fucking marketing the bullshit game shirts. Like, Brandon, you have to work the midnight release and you have to wear a Call of Duty shirt. I'm like, fire me, bitch. Not gonna
Yeah,
do
seriously,
it.
yeah. Who's gonna work the midnight release if you fire me?
Dude, I loved working midnight. So that was my favorite part about the job.
Because everyone was so excited. It was so
Yeah.
genuine.
It's the same thing for movies, anything. If you go to somewhere at midnight with the expectation of watching or picking up some form of entertainment, people there are going to be pumped. And it's just a great place to be.
Yeah, like TwitchCon was.
Yes,
Everyone
I love
just
TwitchCon.
like was there to be sweaty and fat together.
However, I expect in 3 years, TwitchCon is probably going to be a little bit too big for its britches, and it's going to get to that point where I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'll go this year.
Yeah.
They're gonna
I'm ki-
sell ad space.
Oh god.
Welcome to the Skype lounge.
Yeah, all of these stupid the Skype lounge instead of fucking Bible Thumb theater.
Were you there
Intel
when I
theater.
blew up at the Skype guy?
You blew up at the Skype guy?
Oh, dude, I fucking.
You know he's not responsible for the shitty service. I just want you to
Yes,
know
he
because I
was.
know where this story is
Because
going.
when I walked up, he said "we."
I mean, he's
he said
paid to
we
say
at Skype.
we. All right, go ahead.
He said we.
Go ahead. What did you do to the nice Skype man?
Say
Well, I went up
we
there and I
means
said,
you
"Hey,
gotta
man."
go in.
Do you know where you are right now?
You're in the jungle, baby.
Yeah, something like that.
Lord.
And he's like, yeah, you know, blah, 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 you know, normal fucking political diplomatic bullshit. And I'm like, you realize that everyone here fucking hates you and your company, right? And he goes, well, you know, we at Skype understand that there have been some issues, and we want to make sure that we're here to help you guys work through them and talk it through. I'm like, dude, you cost me like a month and a half salary. Like, you're garbage. You owe me like thousands of dollars. And he goes, well, we didn't cause the DDoS. I'm like, first of all, I didn't even say DDoS, but yes, you did, you piece of shit. And then I started like flipping out, and Salem had to like pull me away. It was a whole
The
thing.
fucking guy puts his hand to his ear. He's like, they're onto us. They're onto us. He knows.
That's
But
the Brit, that's
he
the
even
Brit,
said
go,
it.
go, go.
He even used the word DDoS, and I couldn't even fucking believe it. I mean, I guess I could believe it.
You already knew.
So let me ask, when you were talking to him, did his like voice cut out a bunch?
There was a meeting before TwitchCon. They had a most wanted list or avoid these at all costs. There's just a big picture of Brandon. If he shows up, try your best not to say DDoS. And the guy he couldn't handle it. He's been hearing about the word DDoS in your face all week. That once it happened, it was just it's all that came to his head. Like, no, we didn't DDoS you.
He wasn't ready.
Fucking next year, there's gonna be another meeting, and they're gonna be like,
What did we
Don't-
learn?
yeah, what did we learn? Like a post-mortem, like, don't talk to this guy. Don't you say we in front of him. He's gonna
Don't
flip out.
say DDoS.
Don't. He lost a month and a half salary. We know.
It's a rough life out there, man.
Yeah, it's hard out here for a pimp. I get it. Right,
Stop it.
Fats?
Stop it. I knew he was gonna throw it at me. I knew
Happy
he was gonna
Black
go my
Friday,
way.
Fats.
I knew it was going my
Oh, it
direction.
was Black Friday.
Congratulations, dude. I'm glad you
Oh,
had a good...
thank you, dude. Yeah, my stream title was Celebrate Black Friday with Black Streamers.
Ah, that's nice.
That's
Yeah.
also super racist.
No, man.
I'm
You
not
got-
a
you
black
got your
streamer. Why
days
can't I be
all
a part of the
time.
celebration?
You got your streamer days all the time.
It's like the
man.
same reason like why I can't play Skullgirls. It's just for girls.
Wait a
Wait.
second.
Okay, so I may have tucked it back and played a little. Don't tell anyone.
Stop. Stop.
Did you guys go out on Black Friday?
Like
Nope.
go
What?
shopping?
Yeah.
Or do you mean like did Fats and his black streamer friends go out?
Go out?
'Cause
Yeah, we
the
celebrated.
definition of streaming.
We just went out and celebrated, man.
It's just like, hey, we just bought some nice sweaters, some shoes, you know, whatever's fucking cheap. $140 TVs. Oh god. It's actually I didn't do any Black Friday shopping. This is the first year I had some self-control. It's a good time. for
I
me.
did not go out at all, no.
I have the internet. I don't need to leave my house.
I mean, I still did buy stuff on Amazon, but I never stopped doing that. Amazon, if you're listening, send us some t-shirts.
Amazon does control the website, so maybe they will.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that acquisition. What a world we live in. All right, let's move on to another topic here. Something I want to touch on. It's official. PS4 Remote Play is coming to PC.
What does that mean?
Like you can remote play your PS4. Excuse me, your PS4 on your PC. Like, just like the same way you do with the Vita.
So you're saying
What's a
I
Vita?
can use my PC's specs?
No, you would.
Then I
use-
don't care.
But
Yeah, I was about to...
you can
My-
more
my
easily
question-
stream, perhaps.
My question was gonna be: is Bloodborne gonna load faster?
Oh,
But,
God bless. I can't play it. Like I won't play it. It's a game built around fucking frustration and dying. Like half the game is trial and error, and then they force you to wait like 25 to 30 seconds every time you die. And if you're supposed to die like hundreds of times, then that's hours that you're wasting. Fuck that game.
Ugh. I remember playing Fallout and like just every loading screen. I'm like, thank God I put this on my solid state.
Right?
If I was playing on a console, I'd be mad. Like at its longest, it was like 8 to 9 seconds for a wait.
Really?
Yeah.
I've had 45-second waits.
Do you have a
What?
solid state?
Yo,
Yes.
solid
Do you
state,
have a shitty
right,
one?
right from Intel, right from
Hey.
the factory.
Intel, if you're listening, give me a T-shirt for my solid state. Oh God.
Actually, I don't think it should wear that.
I don't know. You can buy hardware in casings. Or hard drive cases, so you can turn like an internal hard drive into an external one. That's definitely a thing. But I want one that's a t-shirt with little sleeves. So yeah, so I think the thing with remote play on the PC could be good, right, for people who want to stream games. We don't know too much about it yet. We do know it is coming. We don't know what it'll cost. It could very much cost a subscription to like the PlayStation bullshit.
Wait, well, but you still didn't explain the fucking point of this.
Oh, the point I'm getting to is like one, it's easier to stream, or two, we can use our keyboard and mouse to play PS4 games, which is the reason I'm not playing my PS4 is because like I cannot fucking use a controller to play Destiny.
That's such a bad idea, though.
It's not terrible.
You're gonna put shooter players.
Yeah, it's gonna be not.
And
a
like
good time.
people could use keyboard. It's gonna be like fucking smurfing in League of Legends.
People already do that. No, people buy a controller, keyboard and mouse attachments for their PS4s and play it.
Right, but I mean, like,
There's
they don't have the
$100
same
buy-in.
access. Like, a PC enthusiast wouldn't go back and do that for long periods of time.
Right.
But now that you could just connect the motherfuckers, I don't know, man.
I think the next step is, of course, that you don't need a PS4 and we can stream it from our hardware to your computer, and then they make you pay for it. That's where I think this is going.
I just wish, like, both companies, Microsoft and Sony, would just cut the bullshit.
And give us T-shirts.
Yes, of course. I don't have enough green T-shirts. So Microsoft, if you're listening, I'm kidding. I don't want green fucking T-shirts.
You're gonna get a blue Skype shirt.
Yeah, I need that.
Skype shirt.
We have this for you, Brandon.
We have this here shirt for you. We here at Skype know you've been DDoSed.
Do you know what you did to me? Excuse me, sir. I didn't even know you.
we
Was that your Brandon impression? It was really good.
Just like Brandon getting mad doing like simple things.
That's my whole life.
Okay,
fun of me.
it's a
Trying to
midnight
read a
release.
book.
Fuck, trying to read a book.
Look, the book doesn't open. It like skips a page.
I paid $25 for this.
I didn't pay $25 for these pages to get stuck together. This is bullshit.
This is barely bound. When I hold the pages, it folds over the damn spine.
When did they go to Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
You expect me to take in my culture this way?
Oh, hey guys, I'm back. What's up?
Oh, cool.
My culture.
Were you playing a boss in Mario?
Yup.
Either that or
Mario 100 day something.
just Mario.
1,000-year door.
Mario and Luigi 100 days in Guantanamo Bay. Nintendo,
That's
if you're
the one with
listening,
this game.
I don't need a T-shirt, but I need you to make that
this
game.
game.
Nintendo, if you're listening, please lock him up in said bay.
He's gonna be a boss.
Yeah, this fucking prison is free to start. You just have to fucking shoot some people or do some like war crimes or something.
If you spend a month here, though, you have to pay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't be in prison anymore.
Yeah, you just start working in the fucking kitchens.
Terrible.
And that's what gaming is, guys. It's just prison. Alright, I think we gotta get going here and wrap this up. But before we do, we need to do a hypothetical. Does anyone have anything before I start making one up off the top
All
of my
right,
head?
I have a hypothetical.
Okay.
Let's hypothetically say that I find all of your weird bullshit annoying, and I stop coming on the show, right?
Okay.
And then Fats is like, without Brandon, why would I possibly do it, right? Because that's his life.
No, I got
And
one.
then- right, exactly. And then Alice doesn't let Chris do it anymore because it seems from like a third-party perspective that he's getting a little whipped, right? So, and we know Paperbass not going to show up because he's not allowed.
Yeah.
Right? He's got Minecraft things to do. And Faucius, as I think, in
Twitch
that
cop.
prison.
Twitch cop.
Yeah, he's in
Right.
that bay.
So now it's just you.
Yes.
Do you keep doing the show?
Oh, absolutely.
Just alone.
Yeah, even if it's just me, I have other, like, honestly, every time someone wants to bow out, I'm tempted to grab an improv friend and we'll just not talk about video games and bullshit.
All right, Fats. Now you have to answer it, but you have to pretend that you're smatter.
What the hell?
Go on.
But you have to start out with how cute your boyfriend is.
Make
so.
one gay joke and you're fucking done.
I would continue to do it so long as I get that sweet.
Here it is. That's a truth matter answer. Let me get that sweet bush.
Chris.
I mean, absolutely. I have a cute cat. I can lick that pussy. You know?
Oh, you guys are good.
And Paperback.
Oh man!
Yo, Minecraft, no.
You know, my problem here, Brandon, is I'm Canadian.
Oh man! Oh, I gotta roll your slots. What else does he say? I don't know what.
Gotta roll your slots.
Yeah, whatever he does. Champs and champions. All right, Brandon, you gotta answer the question as if you were me too, of course.
Oh no, I'm not.
No, you have to do it as me.
Smatter, I would literally rather kill myself than pretend, even for a second, even in a hypothetical, that I were you.
Wow.
Do it. Do it.
What, you want to live life
I'll
on hard
take your
mode?
stream, just
You
do
want to
it.
be gay? Huh? You want to have nobody
Oh my
respect
God,
you?
Brandon hates gays.
Just because you got married and I can't?
Yes, you can.
I absolutely can.
Yes, you
Brandon
can.
hates gays.
Oh my God. I
Tell
am...
Skype. Tell
Tell
Skype.
Tell Skype, if you're listening, kill him! Take him out! They got snipers. Alright, well that's gonna be it for our show this week, guys. We'll be back next week with God knows who, because they might be dead, it might be just me and my fucking cat, me and my improv friends I don't really have that I lied so I didn't sound like a loser in a hypothetical.
See, I was hoping that's where Brandon was gonna go.
Yeah. So you can follow us at Twitter. I'm at JuiceMatter. Brandon's at JuiceDM, Fats, you're at ZooFats. Chris, you're at Cyan. We'll be back here next week, the same time with, again, whomever. Same time, 9 p.m. Sundays. If you see this on iTunes, rate and review, all that fun shit, we'll get better at this. At least it'll be me, damn it. I'll read the damn feedback. And I'll do every damn thing myself. I don't care. But thank you to my panelists. Peace out. And have fun, everybody, chasing that sweet bush.